Now, how did they, at this point in time, I don't know what their forensics are like, how do they know what a half hour is? Do they just sort of like...
I mean, he just goes over.
Let's see, that's half hour blood right there.
Yeah, that's 30 minutes. Maybe they had a bloodhound? I don't know.
That's not bloodhounds.
No, I don't know. I know bloodhounds use to track things, but
You don't feed them blood and they don't...
You don't feed bloodhounds bags of blood?
You feed a bloodhound some blood and it barks for every minute.
And it goes, A positive, universal donor.
Dead for 30 minutes.
What a piece of work.
Yeah,
I gotta give it to him though. Jack the Ripper is a very catchy name. This guy had a knack for naming things.
He knows his brand. If this was happening today, or if social media existed during this time.
Oh, this guy would be a Viner for sure.
He'd be a Viner. He'd have extensive hashtags on every post.
Insta good, Insta food.
Hashtag ripped. How did Edwards react to this?
Could you imagine getting the call, like this doctor having to pick up the phone and be like, oh fuck.
Hello?
Remember that scarf I told you was a...
Why, yes, the most famous piece of evidence in the world.
Yeah, about that. I think my pinky may have hit the 5 when I was trying to hit the 4, and it turns out it's kind of useless and proves nothing. So all that smack you've been talking in the press kind of makes you look like a big fool.
I've wasted my life.
You realize this is before cosplay was a thing. I don't even know if Halloween was that big of a thing.
Are you kidding me? They had like Carnival, they had Venetian masks, they had a whole ton
You
of
don't
weird
find
shit
it
back then.
strange that a grown man is dressing up as Jack the Ripper for fun. No holiday.
This just feels like, when people shame furries and, just let them live their life. If they want to dress up like a pony.
Okay, this is the furthest thing from a furry. A furry is just dressing up as like a furry creature because you kind of you have a sexual thing.
Why are they so muscular all the time?
I don't care about that. Dressing up as a furry animal is a far cry from dressing up as a serial killer. That's fucking weird.
It's like a horse with like pecs, right?
I think you're getting lost in the furry culture.
It's strange.
You just said people were shaming them.
I'm not shaming it. I don't understand it. What do you sell it to other criminals? Did Saddam Hussein buy stolen art back in the day?
I don't know. Well, my knowledge
Kim Jong-un do it these days?
I have no idea, man. My knowledge of Amazon and eBay is quite extensive, but when it comes to the black market, I'm pretty, not a lot there. I don't really know how it works. Maybe they do have a buy it now auction. So Saddam Hussein was like, outbid it again. Damn it, Kim.
This was no small change robbery attempt. He did use a costume.
He did use a costume.
So he does have a flair for the theatrics.
Yeah, he has a proclivity for costumes.
I like that.
So maybe.
Any talk of mustaches in that one?
I didn't look into that.
No, maybe do a little more research next time on the mustache front.
Okay, I'll make sure, I'll write that down here. Let me get that pen. Actually, I don't care.
I don't know how I would describe your face to someone. I'd just say,
yeah.
You had a nose, sort of looks like a cartoon gopher.
Yeah, if I had to describe yours, I would say, first off, do you have some paper that could fold out? Because you're going to need a lot of real estate to cover this guy's head.
Yeah.
It's huge. Probably the size of most barn doors. Unlike our boy Cece, who went to go get the job done and then became a job himself by going missing. This man...
Don't worry, Cece's on the case. Oops, I've been murdered.
Someone come find me now.
Don't worry, help has arrived. Help!
A 28-year-old man named Edward Andrassi was found near Kingsbury Run at the base of Jackass Hill.
That's actually what that's named. I know that was going to elicit some kind of giggle.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Like if you were a piece of shit your whole life, you're getting executed because you're an awful person.
Just
the least you could do
this thing for
one
science,
solid
man.
on the way out.
Give us, a little something.
You'd be even better. Not blink. What if they were like, why don't you give us a
wink?
Like because your vocal cords are gone, right? So but you could wink. You give a little wink.
I guess
a little cheeky wink.
I would ask them to chop it just below the vocal cords so I could kind of roll over and be like, hello, my baby.
Here's even a picture of Detective Murillo undercover as a vagrant.
That is the most cartoonish
Is the most
hobo I've ever seen. He looked like he watched a Bugs Bunny cartoon in which Bugs Bunny was on the railroad and was like, yep, that'll do.
You think he has a couple PBJs in that little bag there?
Probably.
Maybe this is like accurate to the time.
I don't think it was.
So you think that he was just like, I bet you this is what vagrants look like. And he went out there and he was like walking around, he's like, Jesus Christ, I don't look anything like
Probably. There were probably actual people who looked like real human beings.
Just dirty.
And then this guy walking on like he walked off the Warner Brothers set. He got to enjoy 4th of July though, which is my favorite holiday.
I guess he did.
It's fun. It's a good holiday.
Yeah, I suppose if I had to choose between getting murdered on July 3rd or July 6th, I'd choose July 6th.
It's always a silver lining. That's what I'm saying.
Be a belly full of hot dogs and brew.
Yeah, this makes me wonder if he, in his mind, thought he was sort of a vigilante justice type. You know, because Bruce Wayne was a very successful, very powerful man.
Are you comparing the Torso Killer to Batman?
I'm not.
It sounds like you're comparing the Torso Killer to Batman.
I'm just saying I think maybe the Torso Killer thought that he
Is Batman.
was a Batman type. Except Batman never cut anybody's head off. That would really ruin it.
Yeah, Batman didn't kill people. He just knocked them out a little bit. He's not Batman.
A notepad with a code written in blue ink. A code that could not be cracked by the police at first. But we'll get to that in a bit.
Heating up. I like codes. Breadsticks, boots, burning myself alive.
Holy shit. 270 pounds, that's a beefy man.
It's a beefy guy.
I would not cross him under any circumstance.
You're not throwing down in the street?
How do I say I'm a wimp? You realize how deep of dire straits this town really is when the sheriff is saying, maybe we should form a neighborhood watch.
That's like someone just raising their hand and saying, what if we write a note? He owns the law, man.
Oh, you think that like the studio owns the police, like they're in the pocket?
Yeah, of course they are.
I mean, that's not for sure, is
You ever
it?
seen LA Confidential? LA cops back in the day were in the pocket of the powerful men in the city.
That's a fictional film.
Yeah, I know. God, I love the hug murder. That's good.
It is, right?
Especially if it's her, you know, I'm picturing like Angelica Houston.
Yeah.
You know, just sort of just embracing and then just eyes.
And then, yeah, while their hand is there, putting her hand back, taking the gun from the back.
Yeah. You're a big train guy?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of train mysteries. They're among my favorites.
Well, in that case, all aboard! There's no one walking around in a Hornet starter jacket.
Yeah. I thought this was a good opportunity for you as a fellow Lord of the Rings tree to provide some
They're
insights.
called Ents.
Whatever. I mean, Lumiere brothers seem less likely, but there were other creators who were onto the motion
The
picture camera.
Lumiere brothers were just whimsical. They weren't like, let's kill this man.
I think it's because their name sounds whimsical.
Yeah, they remind me of the candlestick from Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, Lumiere.
Yes.
Yeah, good catch. On the pen and on the reference. You know,
Though I've said this before, the wilderness is big.
the wilderness is
The
big.
wilderness is big. You miss things.
I guess, but not when you have a starting point. A radius of 5 miles, anything within that.
You think maybe they were hiding when the search was going on?
Oh, for
maybe up on,
people?
climbed a tree or something.
Why would they do that?
This is a morbid thought, but I've always thought that it would be nice to be given back.
Oh, to the earth? Like a recycling kind of thought?
Yeah, just have vultures pick me apart or something.
That's, well, that...
After I die, I don't want to.
Well,
I don't want to be like, oh, I'm feeling old. Let me go lay out in the sun.
No, but when you said that, I was picturing dying and then my body slowly and beautifully decomposing into the ground.
I want
But you
want
were
animals to
picturing-
be tearing at my meat, sort of like tug of war with
You
my.
want a vulture picking out your eyeballs.
It's kind of neat.
If
Maybe
that-
she brought the witch Bible home and was like, haha, witch Bible, waka waka.
Father Gary Brandon even told investigators that Bobby Jameson had once called him asking about, quote, special bullets, end quote, that could be used to shoot spirits.
You're not related to this guy in any way? You looked that up?
No, but I thought, I don't know if that belongs in the cult theory. Maybe they're in a religious cult where they believe that sort of thing.
Doesn't matter. I'm glad you included it.
It does contribute to odd behavior. And for the record, I don't believe in special bullets.
Maybe they just chased him.
But I can't wrap my head around the cash being left there and then the daughter being there. That doesn't make any sense.
Maybe the person didn't know the cash was there.
But they're going to a drug deal. Of course they would know the cash is there.
Maybe they tried giving them the briefcase and they didn't realize they didn't put the cash in it. They hand it over. The guy opens it up and he's like, where's the cash? And they go, yipes, and they run into the woods.
And then he goes, no need to check the car.
So like I said, there's a scary dog in there.